So what was the deal with all of those pink Pokemon in the anime? Another fun episode from the Orange Island series. The curiosities of the pink Pokemon are something I think about often, so let's continue the summer with a look back. This is episode 8 of the Orange Island series, titled In the you know what, this episode has no title, but the episode starts off as usual with the gang on the back of Lapras. Tracy makes an observation about Togepi not knowing any attacks, because she's baby. But looking back on this episode, it's kind of interesting seeing Togepi presented this way, because Metronome is something I've come to associate with Togepi very closely since then. Togepi has actually used Metronome a few times before this episode, but the joke was that nobody was looking at Togepi, and nobody asked Togepi, so they just never knew. But this is a great episode for this specifically. Anyway, they end up caught in a whirlpool and wake up on Pinken Island. I love this moment where they first encounter one of the aforementioned pink Pokemon. This one being a Rhyhorn. Because this is an earlier episode, I feel like there's an intentional focus on establishing Tracy by showing how he goes about Pokemon watching. This of course is blatantly ignored by Ash, who causes Rhyhorn to charge at him and fall off a cliff. Oh yeah, and Togepi saves him by teleporting them away. Officer Jenny shows up and they all rescue the Rhyhorn together, but now we can at least begin to get some answers. And it turns out that it's the pink berries on the island that cause the Pokemon to change color. Okay, this works out. Really, it's just a version of a regional variant that we end up seeing in Generation 7 onward. The method of having a diet wholly unique to an island is even similar to how Galarian Slowpoke originates. But I like how this is a pretty simple idea drawn from real life and that we see in modern Pokemon games, but was actually in the anime during the first series. We even saw Pokemon like Vileplume and Butterfree in one of the first episodes of the Orange Islands, and this helps to strengthen the hypothesis of Crystal Onix forming because of its unique location that it was in. Easy connection, but definitely a cool one. Although these must be some powerful berries because Pikachu's tail turns pink mere seconds after eating one. In that case, it's not just the Pokemon living on the island. You could export these berries and sell them to turn any Pokemon pink. Yo, look, it's a pink Jigglypuff. Although I imagine that this episode is a weird one for those of us who are colorblind, because while it seems to be a pretty noticeable difference with Pokemon like Rhyhorn and Pikachu, some Pokemon on this island had original colors that weren't too far off from pink. Like even I was doing double takes seeing Rattata and Nidoking because originally they're a purplish hue. By the way, Team Rocket is here on the island too, and they end up provoking said Nidoking while trying to nab some of the pink Pokemon, which brings us to the action-filled climax of the episode, where Togepi saves the day unbeknownst to our heroes using its metronome. Although even though Misty suspects something, they don't really get a clear revelation just yet. And I think this is a cute little plotline for Togepi that goes on throughout the background of the Orange Island series. Of course, our heroes move along after helping to keep Pinken Island a nature preserve. Overall, a neat little episode. It really fits in with the island hopping nature of the Orange Islands, as I've been making my way through it for a fun little rewatch. Of course, not as insane as the Crystal Onix, which really gets the gears of speculation turning, but a neat occurrence nonetheless. I at least think it's pretty nice that the origin of the pink Pokemon is pretty clear, and especially looking back after knowing about regional variants introduced in Pokemon Sun and Moon, it all just makes perfect sense. And so those have been the pink Pokemon.
Pokemon adventures in the Orange Islands continue on Kids WB.
But anyway, hey, this is GatorX, and let me know what you think. Have you seen this episode? Do you remember this episode? Personally, yeah, fun one, because I really did love the Orange Island series, and it's kind of neat just going back to rewatch some of the episodes. Maybe we'll run into some more interesting stuff, although this one definitely nowhere near the level of Crystal Onix. It's pretty cut and dry what's going on with these Pokemon, but nonetheless, I think it was a pretty cool episode to rewatch, and again, looking back on it with the knowledge of Generation 7, it's all really cool. But if there are anything else you'd like to see me discuss, say in the Orange Island series, leave it in the comments below. And if you've been enjoying just kind of this casual rewatch of the series, let me know that as well. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe to show your support. There's also the applause icon down below, which you can click to go above and beyond for support. But anyway, this has been GatorX. Have a nice day.